Hello and welcome to this episode of Political Atta. What is the impact of the recently concluded Kerala local body elections on the upcoming assembly polls, from the UDF sweep of four corporation and strong panchayat gains to the LDF setbacks and NDA's urban breakthroughs like Trivanathapuram? What do these results signal and what it means for the 2026 battlefield? We have with us our guest, Dr. PJ Vincent, who's a researcher and the HOD of the History Department at the Government Arts and Science College, Calicut. Welcome to the print, sir. We also have my colleague Anisa, who's joining us to shed more light on what all happened and what it means for Kerala Assembly elections. Well, without much ado, let me start with the first question. Well, sir, the Congress has made a major sweep in the local body polls, while the left has suffered a significant setback. What is your reading of this verdict?
Yes, this is actually a sweeping victory for United Democratic Front, UDF. And also, we can see the revival of the popular vote base of Congress party in central Kerala. In Malabar region is concerned, usually UDF sweeps the electoral scenario mainly because of the Muslim League vote bank. But in Ernakulam, Thrissur, Kottayam, Pathanamthitta, Idukki, these are the central Kerala districts, the bastion of Congress party. But the two successive elections in 2016 and 2021, we can see that the left made an inspiring inroad into the vote bank of Congress party in the central Kerala. Usually, the left came into power mainly because of the three southern states, Thiruvananthapuram, Kollam and Alappuzha, plus the Malabar states. This is the general and the existing pattern. The southern states of Kerala, three southern states of Kerala, plus the votes from the Malabar region enables LDF to catch power. But this election is a clear indicator where the southern part of Kerala, especially the Kollam districts, CPIM and the LDF lost its ground. And in Trivandrum, the rural part of Trivandrum, I mean the Grama Panchayat, Block Panchayat and District Panchayat, the left retained, but it lost the Trivandrum corporation for BJP or National Democratic Alliance. And another point is that 500 plus is an alarming situation for LDF. So the local self-government elections are concerned. Always at the Grama Panchayat level, LDF performs well. But this time, around 507, that means 500 plus Grama Panchayat were swept by the UDF. It's a clear indicator that the left Democratic Front is losing its support base at the grassroots level, at the rural area. And it is interesting that the great achievement of the left democratic government is concerned. The first one, enormously inspiring developments in the infrastructure scenario. Big developments has happened. And also the welfare measures, social security measures that affected a large number of rural population. And we have eradicated extreme poverty from Kerala. The wretchedly poor category is, so negligible. But the upper strata and the lower strata are well concerned by the left government. But the middle class, as the middle class is concerned, the discontents among the middle class, especially the fixed income groups, that affected the electoral change for a swing towards LDF. That is the first point. And secondly, the change in the political affiliation of Malayali people. Everything is soft here. For example, soft Hindutva. We have soft Islamism or soft Christianism and soft porn media, and finally soft secularism. Everything is soft. And that's a dangerous situation, because this soft position, those who are taking the soft position, whether it is soft Hindutva, soft Islamism, or soft secularism, will move to both the ends. Simultaneously, they can move, they can switch over their affiliations. This fluid situation is very coherent in the electoral victory. I mean, the people are moving to the extreme position, to liberal position, and usually they are taking a middle path, where even a hardcore secularist is a soft secularist because he is always influenced by religious feeling. That could be the Shabarimala issue or other issues, whatever it may be. So the casteism and the religious affiliations and such issues are still influencing the hardcore secularists in Kerala. And that's why I use the term, soft secularism. And the third point I would like to pinpoint is the left pattern, the influence of left. Here, the Hindu populace in general, especially the middle castes, Edavatiya community and the lower caste people, supports LDF. In general, the major support base of Communist Party is the Hindu population. The minorities like Christian and Muslims, Muslim votes were not in large number polled in favor of LDF in Kerala. But here, two type of changes we can see. Earlier, it was there related to the Islamist movement. The Islamists in Kerala are left Islamists. They are taking a position. They are Islamists, but at the same time, they are voting for LDF. They are supporting they are the voters of LDF. Such a kind of, Islamist left existed in Kerala. And this development was a product of 1990s. There was a broad consensus. That means, the working class minorities, then the Ambedkarists, and the tribal people, and such a collectivity we have to form against the neo-fascist forces. And that indirectly affected the left movement, because the Islamist left became a reality because of this affiliation. That means the left parties plus the minorities plus the tribals plus the middle castes. I mean the OBC castes, and this broad identity that created Islamist left. But now we could see in Kerala there is a Hindutva left. It's a new phenomenon. A Hindutva left. I mean, a large chunk of people, they are ideologically not against the Hindutva, and in many times they are supporting the Hindutva ideology. They are supporting, politically they are not supporting BJP, but ideologically they are following the RSS kind of ideology. And this Hindutva left became a reality in Kerala. And this Hindutva left is a reaction to the Islamist left. And now it is very, very clear that the Hindutva left in Kerala, a large number of such people now voted for Hindutva forces itself. And that's why the BJP has made an inroad in many parts of Kerala. Their vote share is increasing. This is the general reflections on the just concluded election, and it will have a great impact on 2026 assembly elections, because there is no reason for a seat change in 2026 assembly elections in the present voting pattern. But the political time can change at any time. But if the situation continues intact, there will not be any change in 2026 assembly elections.
Right. Dr. Vincent, we have talked about the factors that sort of contributed to all of this, but, many are talking about anti-incumbency. Is it just that, or do you think there are other factors that also worked for the Congress specifically? I wanted to know, apart from the BJP, which has made inroads, was it their campaign? Was it their targeted sort of outreach? What is it that worked for the Congress?
Yes, anti-incumbency factor is there. But I don't think that there was grassroots even at the grassroots level. Anti-incumbency was a great effect. But more than that, the communal engineering, the social engineering of UDF and BJP, that brought in this result. For example, the Congress, in Central Kerala, the Christian community in general, voting for Congress always. It's a phenomenon. The A.K. Antony was a phenomenon. He brought in the all Catholic Congress into the voters of UDF. Ummanchandi, very powerful leader. But such a leader was not there in the central Tamko region from among the Christian community. And also, at the same time, the BJP made inroads to the Christian community because of the Christian votes. Suresh Gopi won the Thrissur constituency. But the social engineering of the Congress was so effective because they tried to recapture the Christian vote bank through Sunny Joseph. K. Sudhakaran was replaced by Sunny Joseph. Sunny Joseph was a migrant Christian. He belonged to a migrant Christian community. And this migrant Christian community has a great influence on the migrated regions of Malabar region and also in central part of Kerala. And plus, the bishops and also many the Catholic Congress itself were brought into the poke of UDF, and that social engineering functioned in favor of Congress. The second point is the consolidation of Muslim votes by Muslim League. And these two are the most important aspect of UDF victory. That means the Congress consolidated its vote bank of Christians in Kerala, and that gave an edge to the Congress party. Even though the Kerala Congress M Mani group was with the LDF, Congress was effectively recaptured their vote bank among the Christian community in the central Kerala. That was a very effective social engineering. In Malabar, the Muslim League consolidated the Muslim vote bank. The Muslim vote bank was, there was Indian National League was there, Welfare Party was there, SDPI is there, then the Madani's party is there. But all these vote bank consolidated by Muslim League, and that's why in Malappuram district, not even a single vote seat to the Jilla Panchayat was won by the LDF. It was total set. The entire Malappuram district. It is mainly because of the consolidation of the Muslim votes by Muslim League. And Muslim League and Congress are the major parties of UDF, and both parties regained their vote bank. It was lost. Their vote bank lost in 2016 and 2021 elections, but the Christian and Muslim vote bank consolidated respectively by Congress and Muslim League. That is the reason for the major victory. At the same time, some upper caste Hindu votes and the middle caste Hindu vote was also captured by BJP. That is the reason for the electoral victory of BJP in Trivandrum. And in the case of Trivandrum, some sort of, anti-incumbency also very effectively worked, because in Trivandrum, BJP was the major, the opposition party in Trivandrum Corporation. BJP was the opposition party. They won more than 30 plus seats in the last corporation. So the anti-incumbency automatically acted in favor of BJP. So BJP consolidated upper caste votes plus the some votes of the middle castes plus the anti-incumbency that helped them to capture, the Trivandrum Corporation.
Right. My colleague Anisa has been tracking the state for us, and she had a host of questions that she wants to ask. Yes, Anisa.
So first, I wanted to ask you how this result will impact the image of Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, because when we were looking at the campaign and all, the left's campaign was like he was the star campaign, and their campaign was entirely surrounding his image also. So I wanted to know like how this result will impact his image.
His popular image as the Jananayagan, the leader of the people, and a man of iron fist and golden will, and such images, some extent, shattered, because his progress card is very promising, no doubt. Starting from the highway developments, Vijayan Port, and so many big projects were materialized only because of his will. And he is such a man who has a tremendous influence on the in the party and also in the government, and he has the will to implement any decision. But that doesn't work in this election, and this leadership itself has been questioned mainly because of the PM Sri issue and also the Sabarimala issue, and such issues. It has been created a new image that Pinarayi Vijayan can't control all these things in and around. That affected this election campaign, and that's why another point is that the leadership style. His leadership style, and it is not only the leadership style of Pinarayi Vijayan. It's a pattern of styles of Putin or Modi, or all these leaders are having such a mesmerizing influence upon the common masses. That's right. But the Gen Z is concerned, or the new generation is always wanted a new type of leadership. So they wanted to, so we have to reimagine, we have to restructure, we have to re-educate our style of leadership. The style of leadership, we have to democratize the style of leadership. That means, the state committee or Jilla committee or local committee, branch committee, and such a kind of organization, what we call the pyramid style leadership organization. The Gen Z is not preferring such a style. So they wanted a direct linkage with the leadership. But that is not happening in Kerala. That is a major concern of the people. In Indian context, the electoral victory of Aam Aadmi Party in, the meteoric rise of the Aam Aadmi Party, mainly because of their direct connectivity to the common masses. But in Kerala, the people wanted, especially the Gen Z, you take the feeling of the Gen Z, they wanted who may be the leader. You may be the Politburo member or a communist by a general secretary, whatever it may be. The people wanted, their voice to be heard by these leaders. The people wanted direct communication to the leaders. They wanted direct linkage with their elected representatives. That is not happening. And that's why a new type of leadership the new generation want. That is a very important point. A die-hard, iron heart won't work here. Whatever it may be, the people wanted a direct connectivity. So this kind of change in the mental makeup of the new generation, especially the Gen Z, they need a highly democratized, leadership. The leadership should have direct linkage with the people, and each and every voter, especially the Gen Z, those who are below the 30, they wanted a direct connection. And this is not happening in Kerala. But Congress, some extent, made a linkage. between their party, the leaders and the common masses. But such a kind of linkage is some extent lacking in the left democratic front because of the continuous rule for the last 9 years affected their organizational pattern. Their direct linkage with the people diminished to a considerable level. That is the major reason for the loss of soil from below their feet.
When we were talking about this leadership thing, one of the important thing that we were talking in the run-up to the polls was that in the infighting in Congress, and we were also talking about how the Congress doesn't have a towering leader like CPM, where they had Pinarayi Vijayan for their campaign and everything. And we often talk about, like, especially in Kerala, how Congress has like multiple CM phases, multiple CM candidates and everything. So when we are looking at the 2026 assembly polls, do you think it doesn't matter that the Congress doesn't have a CM phase in Kerala particularly, or is like the anti-incumbency or the kind of favor that they are enjoying from people is like beyond that crisis?
It's a very, very interesting question. But I think that, the most popular leader at present in Kerala is Pinarayi Vijayan, no doubt. And even the VD Sadishan or any other leaders in Congress parties conduct to whom you prefer to be the next CM. You give the names Pinarayi Vijayan or VD Sadishan or Shashi Tharoor. Maybe the majority will support Pinarayi Vijayan, I think, because he, as you said he is a towering leader, no doubt. But at the same time, it won't work because the anti-incumbency is there. I already told you that. But the social engineering is so effective. The UDF consolidated its vote bank. So the people will vote for that party as long as this consolidation exists. So the leader won't be a much debated matter. Anybody, the Congress is concerned, we have A. Karunakaran, A.K. Anthony, and Ummanchandi. Okay, undisputed leaders. After Ummanchandi, there is no such a leader for Congress party in Kerala. There are leaders, almost on equal footage. The K.C. Venugopal is there, VD Sadishan is there, then Ramesh Chennithila is a candidate for the post of Chief Minister. But the common masses is concerned, Congress is always like that. So the point is, if the social engineering, which is successful in the local self-government elections, that consolidation, that social engineering continues, the people will vote for UDF because of this consolidation of votes. Then automatically Pinarayi Vijayan and the leader won't be a much factor. But in certain times, for example, in the A.K. Anthony, the 2021 election, I think, the main campaign was to vote for A.K. Anthony to be the next CM. The people voted for A.K. Anthony, and at that time, it was in 1996. It's very interesting. It was in 1996 election. In 1994, K. Karunakaran was replaced by A.K. Anthony, and he was Chief Minister for 1 year, 1.5 years, I think. In 1996, the election was conducted. At that time, the main slogan was, you vote for A.K. Anthony. Vote for A.K. Anthony to be the next CM. That worked. In 1996, LDF got majority and E.K. Nayanar became Chief Minister. But at the same time, the electoral analysis pinpointed the fact that Congress party failed at 20 constituencies, mainly because of the factional feud. That is the reason. The point is that in 1996, actually, the people voted for A.K. Anthony to be the next CM. They voted not for UDF, but the people voted for UDF to see A.K. Anthony in the chair of Kerala Chief Minister. Well, that is the only one instant. And again in 2006, I think the people voted LDF because they wanted V.S. Achuthanandan as the CM of Kerala. He was the most popular and most successful leader of opposition in Kerala, and he was loved by masses. So the people voted, many people voted LDF to see V.S. Achuthanandan in the post of Chief Minister. But such a kind of a feeling is not here in 2005. At present, it is not there. At present, no such feeling, enormous feeling among the masses to see Pinarayi Vijayan in the post of Kerala CM for a third term. It's a reality.
Right. So one last question from my end. The BJP, many are saying, has scripted history. We saw, the Prime Minister tweeting about it by winning the Thiruvananthapuram Corporation. But, what factors sort of came together for this victory, in a way, and in a city long dominated by the left? I know you have spoken about it during the discussion, but if you have to pinpoint three factors briefly, what would you say?
It's very interesting. The city population is concerned, they are culturally right. They are always culturally right, but they are voting for left, mainly because of the organizational strength of the LDF and their popular leaders. LDF has, especially CPM has popular leaders at the grassroots level. And that's why the corporations are concerned. Left always win, mainly because of not their ideological position. Ideologically, the city population you take, they are culturally right. They are not culturally left, they are culturally right. But at the same time, they are voting for left. So culturally right, but politically left. They are voting left mainly because of the grassroots level leaders and their popularity. They are always with the people, and that's why they are voting for the local workers. They are much revered, much respected by the local populace. But you take it's an anti-incumbency factor. That incumbency very much affected the organizational pattern of the left. The incumbency very much affected the LDF. So the connectivity of the party rank and file with the common people is considerably eroded, and that's why the culturally right people voted for the cultural political right. That is the reason. In Trivandrum, the same has happened. They are already right. They are not leftists. They are culturally right. But in other part of Kerala is concerned, LDF, retained, especially 7 districts, the district panchayat, where you could see the voting pattern is mainly political votes, not communal or individualistic votes. So political vote is there. In that sense, LDF retained 7 districts means, they can still have influence. They can still gather votes, political votes in favor of LDF.
BJP and Trivandrum. I wanted to ask you about what happened to BJP beyond Trivandrum also, because they have an MP here at this point, and they were also looking at Thrissur with a lot of hope. But then when we look at Thrissur, Kochi, where a lot of Christian population is concentrated, UDF was able to make a big gain. So do you think BJP wasn't able to kind of consolidate their votes or kind of gain big in this local body votes?
No, I don't think that. I don't think that. In Trivandrum, in Thrissur, the swing of the Christian votes towards BJP is the reason for the victory of Suresh Gopi. That is not repeated. And that vote, I mean the Christian minority votes, now polled in favor of left in Thrissur district. And the Christian community in Thrissur district traditionally voting for UDF. That pattern not repeated in Thrissur. And that's why, except Thrissur Corporation, the LDF performance was very impressive. Very impressive electoral performance is there in Thrissur district. But in Ernakulam, the Christian votes consolidated, especially the Latin Christian votes consolidated in favor of UDF, and that's why a sweeping victory for UDF in Ernakulam district. And also the Pathanamthitta. You take Pathanamthitta, not Pathanamthitta, but Pandalam. BJP lost the Pandalam municipality. The anti-incumbency worked there. Now the people are voting for BJP as an alternative, but when they got power, they failed to perform well. That is the reason. At Pandalam, if they performed well, they will be repeated. They failed to perform well in Palakkad also. But in Palakkad, BJP is the largest single party, no problem. But their performance is not very much, good. It is not good as it is concerned. But in Trivandrum, it is something different. In Trivandrum, traditionally, Trivandrum is culturally right. Plus, the anti-incumbency is strong in Trivandrum. That was in favor, because being a major opposition, the main opposition party, the anti-incumbency and the right-wing votes consolidated in favor of BJP at Trivandrum. But the point is that the left has some problems. That problem mainly in the three left bastions of southern part of Kerala, that is Trivandrum, Kollam and Alappuzha. In Alappuzha constituency, the last assembly Lok Sabha elections are considered around 2,900 something. That means we can round off 3 lakhs votes. 3 lakhs votes were polled in favor of Shobha. In Attingal, 3 lakhs plus voted for Muralidharan. And Trivandrum, Chandrasekhar was the candidate. Around 3 lakhs 25,000 votes were polled. And these votes polled in favor of BJP in these 3 bastions of left is alarming. And that was traditional votes of left that swing towards BJP.
Right.
If that situation was repeated, suppose in 2025, the BJP will have a sweeping victory. They will get many Grama Panchayat and Block Panchayat in these 3 districts. That is not happened. That is not happened. Trivandrum they got, but what is the level of electoral victory is not in accordance with the performance of BJP in the last Lok Sabha election. And that's why BJP is an alternative. That's a point. That's I agree. For the Malayalis are concerned, they don't hate BJP. They don't hate the right-wing politics in Kerala. And that's why I told you that the soft Hindutva became a normal thing. It's quite normal. Soft Hindutva is a normal position for Malayali people. That's a reality. We have to address. We have to engage the reality, whether it is good or bad. Whether it is good or bad, a reality is a reality. But this soft Hindutva position plus performance, the performance is very much important. BJP is not in a position to perform well. At Nemam, why the BJP lost? Because Rajagopal, the performance of Rajagopal was so pathetic as an MLA. And the BJP will definitely lose Thrissur because the performance of Suresh Gopi is not up to the mark. It is not up to the mark. The same happened at Pandalam. The same happened at Palakkad also. So the point is that as an alternative, the people still prefer BJP in certain areas. LDF, UDF, BJP. If those who are not in favor of LDF and UDF, they are ready to vote for BJP. That's the reality. But at the same time, the BJP have to perform well. They have to prove that they can perform well as as an MLA, as an MP, or a leader of a Grama Panchayat, Block Panchayat, or Jilla Panchayat, or a corporation. We performed well. Our progress card is impressive. They have to prove. But the certain victories of the BJP you take into consideration, not impressive. Their performance is.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Vincent, for this discussion, and I'm sure our viewers will enjoy it thoroughly. Thank you, Anisa, for joining in. This was a very enlightening discussion. Thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you for joining with you in such an interesting discussion. Thank you very much.